And here's how to prepare for your media kit or speaker bio headshot. Your media kit is your visual handshake, and it should feel intentional, polished, and very you. So this guy is going to walk you through all of that. The first thing that you need to do is choose a media kit template. You can use Canva for this. You can use even Etsy and search for media kit. And there you will get a template. Once you look at this template, you're going to analyze how the layout is. If you don't like the layout and the layout is adjustable, which in Canva it is, you can then figure it out. Okay, do I want it horizontal? Do I want the photos to display vertically? How can this template be edited to reflect my brand, perhaps making it look a little bit similar to your website? So when your prospects look at your website and look at your media kit or your speaker bio is going to be a continuation of your website. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's why it's so important to choose a media kit first. Then you're going to identify the photos that you want to use. You can search on Pinterest, you can search on Google, you can even try ChatGPT and let him know what type of headshot or vibe you're looking for. So for example, if you are a coach, you can search for that industry, for that specific vertical that you speak about as a coach. If you are a speaker, you're going to search for speakers, headshots, and Pinterest is great at that. So check it out. Pinterest, create your board and use that as inspiration also with your media kit, the layout that you chose. Now we're going to go to one of the most important things, which is plan your outfits. Okay. You're going to choose clothing that aligns with your brand aesthetics. And I cannot stress this enough, because when you are posting your photo, you wanted to, for example, if you're wearing a yellow jacket and your brand colors are yellow, pink, and blue, you can use the background being another color that is going to complement the colors that you are wearing. So you can use yellow as your jacket, for example, and then the background can be lightly, for example, blue, a light, soft blue. I'm not a designer, but just giving you ideas, okay? Then this is another thing that you need to make sure you do. Iron your outfit, iron it. Because if you don't, you're going to love that shot and it's going to stop you because your outfit is wrinkled. So it's going to take you long to edit, really long time to edit. And we don't have time for that. We need to be making money, right? So you don't want to be spending too much time editing. So iron your clothes and have a good time during edit. Now you're going to prepare multiple outfits for variety, including professional and casual looks. So one thing that I like to suggest to my clients is have 3 different jackets, right? So you can wear the same color top underneath, but change the jackets, right? And I have some samples for you to check out here. You can have, for example, the white top and the white and stripy jacket, as you can see here. And then you can alternate tops and alternate jackets. That makes it easy and a better experience flowing wise, right? Because you can just easily change the jacket without having to mess up your hair too much. And obviously I'm speaking to the ladies right now. Now, after you have all of these outfits prepared, you're going to go and prepare your equipment. If you were taking your headshot with your phone, you're going to prepare your tripod. You're going to get your phone ready. You're going to wipe that lens. And you're also going to play around with positioning the phone in a way that the background is looking good and the lighting is falling nicely on you. If you are using your DSLR, you are going to, again, prop your DSLR on a tripod, choose the lens that you're going to, that works best for the space that you have. And just going to, again, clean the lens as well and adjust the settings that work for that space that you are in. Okay. Then, all right, you're going to just double check the camera and make sure that the SD card, the memory card is there. Trust that happens. You're all set, ready to go, and there's no card. That's gonna throw you off a little bit. So make sure that the card is in there. All right. And after that, then you're just gonna go use the timer, just like you will use with your iPhone. Use a timer. I like using 10 seconds for my iPhone. I have a iPhone 14 Pro Max, so it has the 10 seconds. And for your DSLR, you can choose the timer as well and adjust it. Now we're gonna go with setting up your space, and of course, this goes to go with the vibe that you're feeling, right? Whatever the vibe is. If you're a speaker, have a one of those whiteboards behind you. Okay, create a set for yourself. And that is very easy to do because you can just buy one of those kits and place it in behind you. Have a marker on your hand, right? That is great. That signifies that. Have a notepad or an iPad in either behind your space or on you or on the table, depending on how you're framing your shot. And just make sure that it's clean. Yeah, that it's uncluttered. Because although we can fix that with AI, we're talking about getting it as perfectly out of the camera as we can. Yeah, so it's easier for us to edit because that's what we want to do. We don't want to spend too much time on edit. We want to take this shot and then take action, put it in our media kit or on our speaker bio. All right, now you're going to prepare yourself. And this is important as well. You're going to get plenty of rest the night before your photo shoot. You are treating this photo shoot as an appointment because it is an appointment with yourself to get your media kit photos, right? Or if you're having it professionally done, is even more of a prep because you are investing time and money. So you need to make sure that you are well rested so that you enjoy the photos after when you see them. Okay, you're gonna do your hair and makeup. This is for the ladies and or for gentlemen, because sometimes gents wear the powder for the shiny skin. Sometimes we put that on gents. So if that's what you use, then if that's you with the oily face, then you can put your powder on as well. But for the ladies, spend time on your hair. If you do not like the way your hair looks on the photos, no matter if your body looks amazing, what I have experienced is that you're not gonna love the headshots. Yes, you can edit your hair with AI, but again, it's gonna take time. It's better just take time with your hair. Don't do anything new. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do on your normal day. Okay? Yes? All right. Now you're going to practice your poses and expressions in front of a mirror. Do not underestimate this. And yes, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel so weird, but it's going to look good on headshots day. Okay, you're going to practice your angles. You're going to shift your body from shift the weight to your back leg and then go to the right. Shift your weight to the right leg. Okay, then you're going to shift your weight to the left hip and then to the right hip. You're going to play around with your hands. I will suggest choosing an outfit that has pockets. If it has pockets, you are going to love this because it gives your hands something to do. Okay, this is why ladies as well as gentlemen look great when the hands are in their pockets. So for guys, put your one hand in your pants pocket and another one just resting by your side, and then open your shoulders. That looks great. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to shift your weight side to side, and then not the hip, but shift to the back leg, and then square your shoulders to the camera, and then you shift to the other side. And what this does is that it helps you find your angle. Once you find that angle, go for it. Take different things, switch your hand from one pocket to the other pocket, cross your arms, put both hands in both pockets, right? So you can do the whole sequence in one frame, standing in the same pose. The same thing for you, ladies, okay? So you're going to practice those poses. Once you see that pose is looking great, start with that one, right? You just need a couple of headshots for your media kit and a couple of headshots for your speaker bio. So you don't need to do too much. When standing in one frame and shifting your weight in your hands different ways, you can have all the shots that you need, except for the behind the scenes. Okay. So now during the photo shoot, that's all that we're doing, right? So we went through that. Right now. Experiment with different facial expressions. You can smile, you can be serious, you can be laughing. And let me tell you, there's not one client that I photograph that is not asking for a side profile picture, just like this one, looking to the side. And there is some research out there that shows that people resonate with headshots with people looking to the side, because there is some psychological trigger positively, right, that gets people to react to you. And to them, it says here, psych studies say that the left side of your face shows more emotion. So let that speak for you, right? So that is that one shot. And by the way, this shot, I took it with Ecamm right here. So for example, if I wanted to take a headshot like this using Ecamm, I can just go to this screen and then do that, right? So, haha, right? Just like that, or haha to the right. This is to the left, and then haha to the right, and you do different things, right? So that would be how you would practice your expressions and all of that. Now, for media kit, for speaker bio, you sometimes, and I would recommend you doing so, taking 3/4 shots. If you're doing it, for example, sitting on, if you have Ecamm or any other software. But for me, I have Ecamm, and on my desk, I have, this is it, right? This is the frame that I have. Now, when I want to take a 3/4 length shot, I go to my cell phone, right? Because for me, it's easier to set up and just take that quick shot. Make sure that I'm close. My light source is lighting me beautifully, right? Because light hits differently when it's the right light. Okay, so make sure that the light is caressing me in the ways that I want it to be caressed, meaning, like all the light is gonna fall in the right places, what I want to show. The same thing for you, right? So check that. Take lifestyles and behind the scenes photos to showcase your personality and process. So behind the scenes shots are so incredible. Here are a couple of behind the scenes for me. This is my studio. I love my studio. Completely love it. I use this shot all the time. And I took this shot with an iPhone 14 Pro Max. All right. Awesome, right? Now, this shot here was taken with, I believe it was a 13, because it was my assistant who took this shot for me. If you don't have an assistant, do not worry about it, because you can just give it to somebody. People they love to help. So if you say, hey, can you just take a behind the scenes for me? Before you hand the phone to them, wipe the lens and then let them take the shot. If you are at a speaking engagement, find a person that can take that shot for you. It's better having a shot than none, right? So just do that, and then afterwards, perhaps try and edit it. For lighting, sometimes stage lighting can be a little tricky, but at least you have that shot. right? And you can add filters and make it look, ooh, I edit this on purpose like that, right? But it's still you on stage. And that's what people want to see, you in action, or you behind the scenes, preparing for your presentation, things like that, right? So that shows character. And also for your media kit, the same thing. If you're a podcaster, if you are a coach, it will be even easier for you to take these ones because you can just set your phone on a tripod and just time it and put it on the side and pretend. Or even when you were doing a coaching session, you can also do that, and that will capture your character. It will capture the screens. The thing is showing behind the scenes. That personalizes it a little bit more for people, for those who are receiving your media kit or your speaker bio. All right. So again, side profile is, these are the shots that are great for your media kit. So side profile. And here I took these 3 with Ecamm, and I don't know if you notice a little bit of a difference, but I show a little bit of my body. My face is straight onto the camera. Then the one on the right here, that one is my shoulders a little bit more I have my shoulder a little bit more here to the front, and then my head is tilted a little bit. Now the bottom one here is tilted. The chin is a little bit down, a little bit closer to my jacket. And this is what I mean when I say just shift lightly. Just like I was saying in your poses, you can be in the same space, just changing your poses. And I call that flow posing, right? So you're just going to go, you're here, you can be here, and then you're here, right? So even a closed smile or a teeth smile, and then your hands to the front. So you continue like that and post. And the cool thing about it is you're sitting on your desk, you have Ecamm open, and you will be able to see yourself. Whether you have a teleprompter, a confidence monitor underneath, or you have monitors. You can just look, glance, see that you're looking good, and then come back to the camera and take that shot. It's super easy to take it with Ecamm. And by the way, if you don't have Ecamm, I also have a link in the description that you can try it for 14 days, and you don't even need to have a credit card for it. You can just sign up. There's a link, and the link, yes, is my affiliate link, so I will get a commission out of that. But Ecamm is incredible. As you can see, I'm using Ecamm here for this presentation, and I can also take my headshot, and I can also go live, record, etc. So that's flow posting for you. This one also, I took it in my studio as well. So here for podcasting, or when my clients ask for my media kit, they can see I have professional equipment. Sometimes if you're a podcaster or if you teach classes for for institutions or for colleges, they sometimes most of the times they require you to list your equipment. And if you show your equipment in your studio, that is credibility right there. Yeah. So show yourself in your element, your studio, or your workspace. Again, the bonus pro tip that I talked about, this is the one that we already saw. This is my studio that we already saw earlier, right? All with 14 Pro Max. Yes. So this one right here as well. These 3 were taken with the iPhone 14 Pro Max, which is what I mentioned earlier. When I need a 3/4 quarter shot, I use my cell phone to quickly take it. When I say quickly, right, you know what goes on quick. Yes. And then editing your photos. You're going to select your favorite photos from the shot. From the series. So if you have different frames that are going in your media kit or in your speaker bio, you're going to just make sure that they are, again, matching or complementing your brand color and your aesthetics, right? And then you're going to edit thinking this. I use an app that's called Airbrush, and that is for my phone, my mobile, because when I take my photos right on my phone, then I have that app. I also use Lightroom to just make quick edits when I need something beyond the iPhone features. Or for you, if you have an Android, the Android feature, like the lighting, the brightness, contrast, highlights, all of that. That is a nice starting point. And sometimes it does the job, but other times you need something that is a little bit more elevated. And that's when I use Airbrush or Lightroom. Okay. So now that you have all your photos and now you're going to populate that media kit or your speaker bio, and you're so excited about it. And then you cannot find them. You're like, come on, I just saved this. So make sure that you create a folder, you name your folder, new headshots for Media Kit 2025, for example, and then you're going to save all your photos in there. So when you are working on your Media Kit, then you can find them and not have a headache. You can upload that entire folder into Canva and make it even easier for you. Okay, so these are the photos that you need in your Media Kit, how to get it, right? How to go about it. If you have any questions, feel free to write it in the comment here. I will come in and answer any questions for you. I also have a newsletter where I share more tips and tricks on how to take that quick headshot beyond what we just talked about. I go over posing and other for example, where I shop for my outfits and what looks great on camera, right? So that is on my newsletter. The link is also in the description of this video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you creating your Media Kits, because Media Kit it just elevates you. It elevates your brand. It makes you stand out from others in your industry that do not have a Media Kit, right? Or a speaker bio. So good luck with it. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Also, in the guide that I have created for you, I have other trainings that I have done. So for example, I did a training with Ecamm where we talked about how to create your photography for YouTube, for your thumbnails, and how to design them. Okay, so there was a whole series. It was really great. Then also I did another one with one of the local groups here, and it was what to know before you start your podcast. So just in case you didn't know, I am a premium headshots photographer, and I'm also a video producer and an educator. So I educate for Syracuse University. I'm a guest lecturer for one of the entrepreneurship programs. And I also teach the DIY Headshot Masterclass. I teach students how to brand themselves using LinkedIn. And I also teach for Ecamm how to create graphics and also how to use Ecamm, which is the software that I'm using right now. If we're not connected on LinkedIn, please let's connect. I would love to see and know who is watching and how else can we collaborate, because who knows, right? So, and then it's my channel, Officially Unofficial, which is my podcasting channel. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. My name is Ana Gil, and hope to see you around in the internet land. Bye.